So you want to talk to the barkeep?
Yeah.
Would you like to put any gold down on the fight? There is 2 fighters that are going to go fight.
30 gold on the turtle.
It is a turtle and it is a orc fighting. One of your crew members, to be precisely.
Are you betting against?
My crew member's going down. I'm going over this.
Okay, well,
I'm going to win 60
go
gold.
ahead and so you approach the barkeep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I still got my drink.
Yep.
And just, like, sitting down casually and everything. Like, how's it going? No, it seems like you guys get bar fights pretty regularly.
Yeah.
As I see from the betting and all that.
Well, I had to figure out a way to make some type of money. So, more specifically, to keep my bar from falling apart every dang time.
Oh, he went western.
It's southern, thank you.
This is the southern continent, thank you very much.
What, like, well, so, like, well, I'm part, like,
yeah.
my name is Nazik, and I'm, like...
Go ahead and roll a deception since you're trying to lie to him.
You thought you could just slide that under the radar.
What?
Bottoms
Like,
up, boys.
like, he could try and see through me already. My name's Nazik.
Because he said your name was Horgarn.
Do you know Horgarn?
I thought that was, like,
I wasn't
jokingly.
Huh?
I wasn't there, so I was... He didn't say it, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did.
I could be wrong now.
We're all
But
drunk.
I don't think so.
Deception, right?
Yep.
14.
14. He rolled a 15 on the dice. So he looks at you and he says, Nazik, huh?
Yeah, that's my nickname. But, like...
Let me just say something right now. You can't lie to someone who spent several years as a con.
But he's a drunk! Like, you think... he's like, look at him! He's literally... That should be an advantage right there.
I find that alcohol tends to bring the truth out of people.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
true, though.
It's how I get most of my information.
Fine, just call me Nazik for now.
Very well, Nazik.
Or Zakin.
He has the air quotes. What can I do for you?
Just, like, since obviously my companion is so smashed up
We're
right
looking
now.
for his daddy.
Pours you more.
Well, there's that. Yeah, since my
Locked up.
companion is so smashed up, we are looking for his father.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are looking for his father or aunt, an orcish aunt or a human father from Karn. Have you heard of anything? I mean, there was some slave, Karn started doing some weird slave trading.
Correct. Recently.
Yeah, and unfortunately his father was got wrapped up in all that. So we're looking for him.
Yes. About a month ago, roughly, the king of Karn came over here, starting a slave trade. Caught us off guard, considering that most of the time we never really deal with the city of Karn.
Yeah.
Quite surprisingly, he pretty much went deep into the south part of the wasteland area, the wasteland jungles. We haven't seen him since. We just assumed that he probably got killed or eaten or something. But he did travel with quite a big group. Members in black cloaks with a funky-looking symbol.
How big of a group?
Well, with the ship that arrived, there was probably about 10 sailors that were handling the ship. But he had a detail of probably about 20 people with him. Small enough group to explore. And then several other members of these black cloaks came over within the next several weeks to months following. Up until recently. The last shipment came about a day and a half ago, and they left.
Any female orcs pass around here? One with particular amulet, and she's kind of
And now that you mention it, I have seen a female orc something with we get many female orcs around here, but there was something about this one. She wielded a staff and had an amulet around her neck. Always held on to it. Very precious to her, I guess.
kind of evil looking, right?
I don't tend to judge people based on their looks, but
Yeah, he likes to call her evil all the time, so I just assume.
I mean, she definitely looked very serious, a bit concerned.
Do you know where she went?
If I had to guess, probably in the Southlands.
Everyone's going down there, huh?
It seems to be becoming quite a popular place.
Before it wasn't?
Yeah, I don't think everyone... I mean, pretty much only the lawless, the criminals were ever down there, exiled, left to die.
Interesting. Anything else of, well, since we're new in this city, and this port, anything we should be aware of?
Yeah.
Or if any
Keep your purse close to you so that way it doesn't get taken.
other person...
Other than that, keep a low profile. Nobody likes troublemakers in this part of the continent.
I'll try as I look over to Balrog. I'll try. I guess, hopefully we're not off to a bad... hopefully we're not on a terrible start.
Your mother!
What'd you say?
Your mother!
Your mother was a snozzberry.
Snozzberry?
A hamster.
Your father smelled of elderberries.
We will jump over to Hesken, Pilar, and Kalsifer. You can see, roll perception for those of you that are in the market, you three. If you don't mind, roll me a perception check.
I forgot to get the barkeep's name.
Nice.
Plus something, so it's over.
I don't think he ever gave you a name.
No, you didn't. I forgot to ask.
I
But
should just call him barkeeper.
You got a natural 20?
19.
Trombrundle.
Trombrundle.
A dirty 20.
Trombrundle. 14,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20, nice.
19.
And 18?
19.
19. You can see that there are 3 people. One of them's an orc, one of them is a human, and the other one's a dwarf. And they look like they're kind of pushing through the crowd, and they're kind of booking it, and it looks like they're running towards you guys.
Are they in a line?
They are so in the crowded marketplace. Yes, they're all behind each other.
Oh my gosh. Don't.
No. I'm not gonna go that crazy.
Burn them.
Burn every.
15.
Witches blast.
I tell the one, they're just right behind each other.
Yeah,
Crown of command.
the
Really?
human is kind of leading
Hey,
the
he
way.
doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
The human
He's
is
in a
leading the way.
slave.
Okay. I say, stop.
Okay, what's the DC?
The DC is
14 or something?
11 wisdom. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a wisdom 11.
Okay, well the first one rolls 11 on the dice. He's running, they're all running still, and they eventually get close to you, and they say, "The gladiator Hesken,"
Yes.
says the orc. The orc says that behind. "You have been summoned to a bar fight. We want to see your legendary skills in action."
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yes.
fine.
One of
What
What was happening?
I thought you guys were trying to steal me or something for a slave trade.
Aye, lad, we don't tend to do slave... I mean, there are people that do slave trade, but not all of us do that.
It's happened to me before, so I don't like
Yes.
when people rush me like that.
Anyways,
Yes.
you've been summoned to a bar fight, lad. It's time for you to put up your dukes and to see if you really are strong as they say.
All right, let's do it then.
Oh.
Perfect. And they start running back towards the... the dwarf's leading the pack as he's kind of running with his belly out. What would you two like to do? Are you going to follow, or...
Doesn't get more crazy than this. I say we have a good time.
Well, we can.
Come on, Pilar.
I can't run.
I'll stay back with you until we get there.
No, you go ahead. I'll come. I'll hobble my way over there.
Okay.
I'll put Pilar on my back and start running.
You can pick him up with the strength check.
Yeah, sure. I'll pick him up.
Put me down.
Last time you were trying to hold him with a strength check,
I know I failed last time.
your face and his leg.
Hold him, fireman.
Put me down. I know you like to touch me, but stop.
6? That's a pass.
Man,
on
you're
strength.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, you go to pick him up, and you try to pick him up, and all of a sudden you just... It's like you got a Charlie horse, basically. And you're just like...
drinking?
And you got this nasty Charlie horse that just
Oh, man.
Gets you right on the side.
And I'm supposed to go
I just rolled a
fight.
strength test check. 14 plus 4, so 18.
For strength.
To pick him up.
Yeah, you pick him
Which
up.
one?
Not the limping dragon.
You pick him up by the belly, so like his belly's hanging
No,
over.
I'm fireman carrying him.
Oh, you're-
or a
okay.
princess carrying him right now.
So he just swoops you off your feet.
I've always wanted to be swept off my feet.
And he starts running with you, and he's carrying you, and he's, kind of looking down at you.
This is oddly comfortable.
Hesken gets up after having the Charlie horse, and he's, making his way there. Eventually, Hesken does join you guys as he's now I know what the alarm feels like. But eventually, you do arrive, and everyone kind of roars in this excitement as the orc gets knocked out by the turtle.
I win.
The turtle, basically what he does is he jumps in the air, and he just smashes into the guy's face with the shell.
Oh!
He's like a ninja.
And your orc's sailor, your sailor dude has a broken nose. I think it broke my nose.
that's like he's just laughing like my sailor.
The
Give him 10 gold for his troubles. Come
Good
on.
job, sailor. Drinks from me. Never round.
thanks, Captain. He just like snaps his nose back in place and he takes a sip of alcohol. The innkeeper says, "Hesken the gladiator."
Yeah, we always
Fine,
I go open the doors and I go to the nearest table, take a grog and take a big swig and slam it on the table. And it's like,
Yeah.
where's the bar fight?
This is Hesken the Gladiator we're talking about. Raise the stakes for the bets.
100 gold for starting bets.
Who's he fighting?
Wait. Do we get a percentage of this guy?
If you get double the gold if whatever you got.
Okay,
I got
everybody
carried.
put your
I
winnings
came for a
in. We're betting on
He
Hesken
is
today.
fighting a Goliath. So it's a tall Goliath. And he's bald head. Very big, very muscular.
I'm betting 200 gold on Hesken.
Yeah!
I'll bet 100 gold on Hesken, 100 gold on the giant.
Straight down the
Just bet on Hesken.
Because I'm drunk.
Yeah! I bet my money on the Goliath. He's never lost a fight.
Hesken, don't worry.
Hesken.
100 on Hesken!
100 on Hesken.
Are you betting or what?
I'm not there. I left.
The rules are simple. No outside help is allowed at all. Any outside help and you will be tossed out of the bar.
Jonathan.
How are they gonna know?
Anyways.
How are they gonna know?
Like that, like, where's that elf girl that was with me? She left. We need her in here too.
What? Elf girl?
No,
Half elf girl.
Meh. Let's start the fight.
Eh.
I am going to decide real quickly the gold. I'm going to roll a D100 twice. Actually, I need
Damn it, kidding.
She's like,
Calm down.
I was about to say,
Maybe I'm summoning Night Fury right now.
she's Hesken's cheerleader.
Do
We
it,
need her.
Hesken.
Okay.
Poke him in the eyes.
All right. After tallying up the gold count, we have a pretty nice sized chunk. 600 gold has been bet,
Nice.
as only 6 people voted. It's not a lot, but it's still quite a bit. The barkeep, he says, I, however, am going to throw in another 600 on the Goliath.
Oh.
I up your 600 on my man Hesken.
What?
What?
I don't think you have that much gold.
my friend.
I do today.
All right.
He is a pirate.
Sounds good to me. So, we have a total
brings
of
the treasure
1,800, or 1,600 gold, 1,800 gold, roughly.
Oh, goodness.
Winner takes all.
Don't lose. Or I'll have to sell
I
the
do
ship.
not have
You can
this
bet that
information.
ship of yours. That would be nice.
There's no way I'll have a way back home. Don't
like,
lose.
We got a teleport scroll.
You
Screw
got
the ship.
other
We
shit
just killed a
besides
kraken.
So is this just going to be one
1-on-1.
one action to one action, or is it going to be like?
It's gonna be your
An
normal.
attack?
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh,
be
it's
your
just gonna be a
normal
normal
action.
fight?
Yep.
What? I
Just
thought
so I
this was a
get to-
karaoke battle.
Awesome.
So you can't
Dance
I
battle.
Epic dance
I mean,
battle.
so you can't-
My
He rolled a
performance is
6. He rolled a
terrible.
16 for initiative.
11.
11. He will go first.
Okay.
I mean, you can't use action surge or action surge or anything.
Yeah, you
You
can.
can't?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. It's
23 to hit.
Hesken, come
And
on!
it's gonna be a fist fight.
Just fist fight.
Would
yeah.
anybody be able to tell if I used my eyes?
You can take the chance. There might be
Think of my
people
ship.
watching.
But do my eyes
did
do,
you
like
put your
glow
ship-
or something when I do it? It doesn't say they do.
I don't really have 600 gold, but my ship's worth
good idea.
600.
Your ship's more like 1,000 gold.
Alright.
It's a 12 cannon ship.
My hood is on, and I used my eyes.
20 to hit.
So
Yeah.
Dang it, man!
Fuck out my pants. Only level 5.
Yeah, so he is going to, I believe, unarmed
man.
combat is
You
a...
should have taken that rest, man.
I took a rest.
Yeah, so you are at.
Wait.
You are
When I
at.
take a short rest, do I get full health? Or-
No, you have
I
to,
just-
you
I-
have to expend hit point dice for that.
Yeah, and I spent 1 hit point dice, so I have.
Okay, well, he only does 1 point of damage to you.
He's a drunk.
So
on!
he hasn't been drinking, but he kind of laughs. He's like, "This is Hesken," and he backhand slaps you across the face.
Pimp
How
slap.
much is it?
He hits like a girl!
1 point of damage, and he says, "I've heard tales about you. Let's see if you're really as strong as they say."
That's good. That's good.
So after he backhand slaps you, he pops his knuckles.
Oh, and my first attack is a 25.
That'll hit. That'll more than hit.
You just want me to keep going?
Yep.
Next one is 14.
Okay. 14.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got extra time.
14 will not hit.
Yeah. 14 will not hit. Okay. So it just says an automatic 5 damage.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
So I get slapped, and he cracks his knuckles, and I go back. I get slapped, and
Yeah. Because
he
he wasn't really punching. He was like pimp slapping you. He was testing you out.
Yeah.
So he only did 1 damage.
and I turn my head, and I just go like right jab right to the face.
Yeah, and you sock him real good, in the face, and he's okay.
I put my fist back up.
He kind of staggers back a bit. He comes back and he goes in for a left hook, and he I'm assuming he misses. He got a 8 total,
Hit?
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
60.
assuming that misses.
misses. Yeah.
He's going to use a bonus action to attack again.
Okay.
10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so he goes left, and then he's going to try to go for an elbow with the same hand. So he goes in for a punch, and he goes in for an elbow.
And I do a dodge.
Yep, and you
I
dodge
duck.
both, and the crowd, the Tavern Brawl is getting real riled up. Yeah, Hesken.
What are you doing there? You're not
12
there.
12 does not hit.
and 20. No,
20 will hit.
unnatural.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Okay.
Natural 20?
No, unnatural 20.
So dirty 20.
So I duck under his elbow and I go up for
Uppercut.
an uppercut.
Yep, and he kind of blocks the first uppercut hit.
Yep.
Because
I
you.
do a double.
Yep. So he kind of blocks the first one with his other hand, and then the other one catches him off guard as all of a sudden it's like, and the crowd's roaring. The barkeep, he's like, "Don't lose! I need that gold." Does the 15 hit?
No.
Okay. He's gonna use a bonus action or multi attack. 17 to hit.
Yep.
And he is going to do 6 points of damage as you hit him, and then he just kind of and he goes right overhand club style, right on top of your head. Just
Question.
what?
Did you roll for his damage?
Yeah, because I'm doing his differently.
Okay.
Because I didn't want it, because his would just be a 6.
Okay.
6 damage straight.
Oh, so it's a D6.
Yeah. So he just kind of goes in with the overhand club.
Hit him in the crotch.
He does 4 points of damage.
You just
You
said
said
6.
6 points. Sorry.
Okay.
You
I
should
was like,
just
another 4?
You just should have
No,
taken
he
the
does.
4.
He does 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So it's a 4d4 plus the 2 for his strength mod. So 6 total.
Come on, come on.
Alright, so first one is 16.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm gonna win this bet.
Next one's a 12.
That won't hit.
And I'm gonna go use an action surge. Ooh, nat 20.
Yes!
Okay. Nice.
Nice. So that would be 15.
Yeah, you. So he clobbers down on your head,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of steps back, kind of cockily, and then you just give him one just real good uppercut again, or maybe even a kick to, or whatever you want to finish him off.
I wanna.
Do a shoot.
Okay, so he clubbed me
Yep.
on top of the head, so I went down to a knee. I punch him in the stomach. Well, as he's like
Yeah,
doing a victory.
he's like.
I punch him in the stomach. I stand up. He's bent over, and I take his head and I slam it into my knee.
Okay.
Oh!
And you can hear people go, oh, and they hear the crunching of bone on the nose, on the face, oh, just the crunch. He gets up, just kind of falls on his back.
I put my hands up and say, "Do you know Hesken?"
So you get the full 1,800 gold.
Yes.
Well done.
Those that bet on Hesken, they get their own separate pile of gold. Like the
Okay.
fighter itself will get the 1,800.
Ooh.
The separate, those that bet on Hesken, you double the gold that you bet. So if
So
you bet
400?
So if you bet 200, you get 400.
You just got 1,200 gold.
Another round of drinks on me, boys.
You are going to get alcohol poisoning.
You are gonna need to roll a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Again, 1,800.
Dang.
You start to throw up as you are out poisoned with alcohol.
Like, another round!
Have another cup for my throw.
Maybe a cup of coffee.
Whatever gold you bet.
I didn't bet nothing.
Okay.
I wasn't sure he was gonna win it.
Yeah. So those of you that bet double your gold, you guys got really rich today. We're gonna go to Alish. Where are you at right now?
Okay, so I kind
You do see them. You do see Hesken and them running into the bar.
and I'm just going to kind of ignore that. So I am going to head to, I'm guessing that even though there is tales of a lost library, there is still a library in the city.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the library.
Okay.
And when I get there, I'm going to ask the librarian for information on a lost city.
So the librarian that you see looks like it's a brown-skinned human. It's a female, and she is dressed in this white robe. She has this patch with a book on her arm. So it's not a patch, it's a tattoo
Okay.
that has a book on it. And she says to you, what can I do for you today?
Hi, I am here. I would like to research something I just heard about while I was here traveling. Something like called the Lost City in the Sand, possibly. Lost City in general. Somewhere near here.
She says, give me a moment. She is basically like going through her catalog, and she is looking through kind of some of the, several catalogs that she has, and she says, Le Domaine Com, I believe, is the name of the city.
The what?
Le Domaine Com. It was a city years ago during the Great War, about 150 years ago, roughly, in which the city was said to have been destroyed by the armies of chaos. In particular, they say that it was ransacked, led by a wizard of light.
The ransacking was led by a wizard of light?
So, yes, so the journals say, and she pulls out a journal, or she takes you to a journal, and she opens up the page. She says, I'm quite fascinated with the Lost City myself.
Is there any mentions of where it might have been located?
Well, according to this, or at least if the maps are to be accounted for as accurate during this time, it would probably be roughly about a week or two, maybe 3 weeks, I believe, somewhere around that time frame, towards the center of the city. It was said the library itself in the city was said to have been the centerpiece, the pinnacle, the pride of the southern continent. Before we became a southern continent, or a wasteland, I should say, we once used to have hills and grasslands and forest life. Unfortunately, now it's more rocky terrain and desert.
What changed?
Well, as I said, the Great War. With the Great War came devils and their armies. I'm sure you can guess what happened to most of the land around the city.
So you say it's about 3 weeks inland?
Yes, roughly in the center. And she shows you a picture of the map. Here, south of it, is another former kingdom, which is an old kingdom, or a kingdom of old that is no longer, at least as far as we know, no longer around. We believe it to be called the Laughing Badlands, as a group of orcs have taken over it within the last several years, last we had heard.
Several years?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I could...
Last 50 to be specific.
50?
Within the last 50 years, to be specific.
Is there any way I might be able to either take these maps or get a copy of these maps?
Sure, I can get it to you tomorrow.
That'd be great.
It will cost us some gold.
That's fine.
About 50 gold.
Totally fine. And I take out some gold from my...
And you can see over here, the forest, there is a patch of forest land. It is, again, mainly untouched. It's an uneasy truce we have with much of the Tabaxi clan. Cat people. I'm sure you've seen several house cat people and even some lion kin walking around.
I've seen some, yes.
And then up here in the mountains, we have the Aarakocra's home. Birdmen. They live over there. And, well, you have us here. By the ocean, by the coast.
Okay. Is there anything else I should know about this lost city? Any warnings against it or anything that's rumored to be there?
Not that I can think of. All I know is be careful for anything. Traps could be there. Could be magic of old. Devils could reside there for all I know. All I know is most people that tend to travel that way or towards the southlands near the orcs never return usually. Even around the forest areas, they never return.
If I were to stay and flip through anything, would I find anything else, or is that pretty much all? Thank you for that information. I will be staying at the local inn.
You could come visit me before you leave town.
Okay, I will come see
I'll
you
make sure to have it
tomorrow.
I will make sure to have it ready for you.
Okay. And what was your name?
My name?
Yes.
Arwen. Not Arwen. Owen.
Owen.
Yeah, so there's a O.
Owen.
Yes.
I will be there. I will be here tomorrow. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
If anyone else comes to ask about the lost city, don't share it with them.
Well, that's kind of hard as there's been several people as of late looking for the lost city.
There has been.
A lot of people.
Who has been? Any orcs?
Several orcs.
Is there an orc woman that had an amulet?
She was among one of them. She was with a group of humans. There was a king. from the city of Karn.
I am familiar with who she is, and she cannot be trusted.
Well,
How long ago was she here?
it's been 4 days ago.
Did you give her a copy of the map?
I did for a price.
Okay. If anybody else comes, I will pay you 50 more gold if you do not tell anybody else about the lost city. 100 more gold.
I can do it for 100.
100 gold. You do not mention this to anybody else.
Sure.
I will be back tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your business. And she takes the 100 gold.
Okay.
Make sure you mark that off your gold.
I did. I took off 150.
With that being said, would you like to head back towards the...
I will go back to the inn, yes.
Okay. So...
We're all just...
You go back to the
celebrating Hesken.
You go back to the tavern/inn, and people are celebrating. Actually, I want you to roll me a perception with advantage.
Oh. It's 13.
Okay, you hear
A roar.
not a roar. Well, it's not a roar, but you do hear people screaming as people are starting to run. You do see off in the distance, or actually within the city itself, several gates start to pop open. And out, running out through these gates are small red creatures. There are several, you fought these before, several knights in black. And in particular, there is one person, and this person basically says, "All right, boys, let's have some fun."
What?
And we'll leave it at that.
What?
That is nothing how my character sounds.
It is now.
No!
What? Who was that?
And with that mind blown, thank you for chilling with us here on the Dirty 20. Stay tuned for the next part on the other part of the Dirty 20.
Stay tuned for 5.1.
I know, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Continue to like and subscribe on our Facebook videos and our YouTube videos. And we hope that you'll stick around for the next part. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to click that bell button so you notify yourself of every time we update.
Good man. I forget about that.